We're going to solve this rectangular field surrounded by a walkway. Now, because it's uniform width, it means that each of these widths are the same. And so we're going to call this width x. And it's the same thing as this width. If I'd drawn it well, this is also x, and it's the same thing as this width. We'll call this x, and it's the same thing as this width, which we will call x. So the area of the walkway, which I'm just going to call w, is going to be basically the area of this rectangle here, right? It doesn't include the field, plus this rectangle here, which I need to move down, and then plus each of these smaller rectangles here. Okay, so the area of the sidewalk, let's call this our first rectangle, our second rectangle, our third rectangle, and our fourth rectangle. So the area of the sidewalk is the area of the first rectangle plus the area of the second rectangle plus the area of the third rectangle plus the area of the fourth rectangle. And any rectangle is length times width. So the first rectangle is from here to here is 18, but we have plus x here and plus x here. So the length of the first top rectangle, number 1 there, is 18, plus we have x here and x here, which is 2x. And then then the width of this rectangle here is x. Okay, then we're going to go to area 2. Area 2, well, this one has a height of 10 and a width of x. Now, area 3 is exactly the same as area 1. So we have 18 plus x, we have 18 plus 2x that's the length of this is 18 plus x here plus x here, and it's got a width of x. And area 4 is the same as area 2, but we'll do it here. It's got a length of 10 and a width of x. Now, before we can get an expression for this, we need to do some simplifying. Okay, so we're going to distribute this x in, and we're going to get 18x plus 2x squared. That's area 1 simplified. And then area 2 simplified is 10x. I'm going to line up all my x's and my x squareds. Then area 3 simplified is 18x plus 2x squared. And area 4 simplified is another 10x. So if we add all this stuff vertically, we get that the area of the walkway is 18 plus 10 plus 18 plus 10. And that is 56. So we have 56 x's plus, this is a 2, it's not clear. Anyway, 2 and 2, we have 4x squareds. And that is the area of the walkway around. Now, what they tell us in the problem is that the area of the walkway, that's what we're calling A sub W, is, that's the word equals, 1/3 of, means times here, the area of the field. But they gave us the area of the field. So this is 1/3. The area of a rectangle is length times width. And so this is 1/3, or do the parentheses first, it's 180, then divide by 3. So we get the area of this walkway is 180 divided by 3 is 60, and the units are meters squared, but we don't care about that. So what we need to do now is put this all together. We need the area of the walkway to equal 60. So we need this to equal 60. Now, this is a quadratic problem, and if we put it all in the right order and we subtract the 60 from here so that everything is on one side, the quadratic equation we come up with is 4x squared and then plus 56x, and then we subtracted 60. Now, if we could find the value of x that satisfies this, when they're asking us how wide is the walkway, what they're really asking us to do, because we made our walkway x, they're really asking us to find x. So if I factor out of 4, I get x squared plus 56 divided by 4 is 14x, and then minus 60 divided by 4 is 15. Now, all I need to do is get this to equal 0, get the quadratic to equal 0, because 4 is never going to be 0, but 4 times 0 will be. So what I need is to get this expression. I need to factor this expression. And so negative 15 is, I could do positive 1 times negative 15, and when I got to go the other way, I could do negative 1 and positive 15. When I multiply those, I get this negative 15. And when I add them, I get this positive 14. So that means that this factors into x minus 1 and x plus 15 and there's a 4 out there, but we're going to divide both sides by 4. And we're going to divide this by 4. And now we just have this. And this has to equal 0. Now, if you solve that, you get that x minus 1 equals 0. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so we're going to set x minus 1 equal to 0 and solve that by adding 1 to both sides. So then we get that x equals 1. And when we solve this, x plus 15 equals 0. And you subtract 15 from both sides, you get that x is a negative number. Now, I have never measured a sidewalk in negative numbers. So even though this works mathematically, it can't be the answer to our problem. So here's the answer to our problem. If the sidewalk was 1 meter wide, its area would be 1/3 of the field. Thank you.